Hi everyone, this is Diane from DJ's Crafting, joining in this month for the global monthly video hop for a slimline card. Not been around the last few months due to having COVID and all the problems that then comes with that, unfortunately. But I'm glad to be joining in again today and show you this simple but I think quite elegant slimline card. What we're going to use today is the parts of the Sunprint suite, and using the stamp, the papers, which are absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, I've not brought them all down from my craft room to show you, but we'll get started on this card. It's just a small slimline 6x3 card, but very simple and quick to make. So to make this one, you need some thick white cardstock and measurements for it. So I'm looking at my camera there. Are going to be 6x6, so 6 inches by 6 inches. So I'm just going to cut our cardstock down to the right size. And then we're going to have our fold at 3 inches. Just move the blade up out of the way. Not be the first time I've gone and cut when I should be scoring. I'm sure everybody's done that at some point. So just put my cutter out of the way at the moment. So we've got our basics of our card, and then we're just going to furnish it for our fold. And then using the new ink colours, I'm using Starry Sky, just to give it a little bit background to the paper. So for the matte layer, I'm going to use, put that out the way just now. So we're going to have cut it at 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then cut our paper. See that lovely paper. It's got the Starry Sky, bits of Nights and Navy, and on the other side we've got this lovely fern pattern in the grey, basic grey and white. It's absolutely beautiful, sweet. If you get a chance to look at the catalogue, I would definitely recommend it. There's some beautiful papers with this one. Now, I want my pattern on my paper to run this way, so make sure I've got it correctly. I'm going to turn it around on my trimmer here, and I want it 2.5 inches. No, I don't. I just cut that wrong, I think. Oh, no, 2.5 inches. By 5.5 inches. Okay. So there we have just a nice little matte layer, which will go on with our base. And then if we have a look at our earlier card, we've got this panel here. That panel measures 1 3/4 inches by 3 inches. So just going to cut that one as well. So we'll go 1 3/4 inches by 3 inches. Now when I adhered this to the base, I did have to, when I opened it up, the was just overhanging a little bit at the edge, so I just trimmed that off with my paper snips. So what we'll get is to assemble our card. So see, it's not a fussy card, it's quite nice, simple, great for the beginner. Right, So making sure we've got our base the right way up, and just using the Stampin' Seal. Just going to get us ready to stick down onto the card. As I'm sitting here making this video, all I can hear, you won't be able to pick it up, but the wind is really sort of howling round about the house tonight. What I'm going to do different with this piece, the DSP, is I'm going to use my Night of Navy stamp ink pad and one of the blending brushes, and I think I'll just put a little bit of shading onto the paper. So, try not to get my thumbs and fingers into the ink pad. So just inking up the blending brush. There we go, get some. And then just starting from the outside onto your any sort of scrap paper you have, or your grid paper, and just give it a little bit, just a little bit definition, just to add a bit more interest to the paper, although I love it as it is. And try and close this without getting ink all over my fingers. There we go. So just put some, run the glue across the back. Of course, you can use either wet glue or tearing tape, whatever you have. I'll try and get this centered on. There we go. Bit of squint. There we go. And then using this little piece that we cut, just bring that, line it up, think about there. You'll see this is still a bit longer, but we'll just trim off the end with paper snips. Again, just run your tape or your glue, wet glue, whatever you prefer, and just try and line it up. I always find I get things squint, so I'm using my grid lines to try and make sure that it's straight. So I'm going to follow the centre one here at the 0, and I'll line it up from that one. And that hopefully, fingers crossed, should be straight. There we go. So when I open it up there, you'll see just a little bit extra there, so we'll just trim that off. Right, and then we're now ready for the next part. So I'm going to use, this is the Nature's Prints stamps here. And what I used for my little sample card was this lovely flower one here. And with this one you get various messages. So I used a heartfelt thank you. Let me see what we'll use for the next one. I think I'll stick with a heartfelt thank you, and we'll just get my stamping block. Where did I put it? Here we go. So just on our scrap piece of white, just pick up our stamp. It's quite a juicy stamp, this one, so try and be be careful with it. Right, I'm just going to stamp the image there. Out the images now, and I shall clean off my stamp before I use my next one. So I'm just using my stamping scrub. Gets the stamp really, there we go. Dry it off. Oh, taking it off altogether. Right. And the next one I'm going to use is the heartfelt thank you. So I'll just place it down on my grid paper and pick it up. So I'll just stamp at the top of this one, nice piece of paper. There we go. Right, now to use a punch to cut out my flower. So I'm just gonna, do I want to see all the flower get? There we go, do it that way. So I'll get some of this, cut some of this stem off. Bring it up a bit better. There we go. And then for the sentiment, I'm just going to fussy cut that out. So cut on here. I'm not a lover of fussy cutting, but sometimes when you've got a sentiment that's got some script on it like this one, it can be nice just to cut round it. And it just gives your card a slightly different look instead of being all symmetric. So instead of moving the scissors, move your card and you just cut round the shapes there. Cut round the U, the Y, sorry. So I've been working 6 days this week, so this is my day 3 and I'm all confused about what days of the week. I'm just going to leave that long on the end there. So while everybody's had a weekend, I've been working early shifts. So I've been up at 4:30 in the morning, and then today is a back shift. So it's, when you're starting sort of weekends, it feels like Monday. By the time you get to your days off, you really don't know what day of the week you're on. Okay, so just going to use our dimensionals just to put this our little sentiment on, and our focal point for the flower in the circle. There we go. Little fingers and thumbs today. Right, so again, just going to try and line this up within the centre here. Right, that looks about, that's okay. And then because we've got some short edges on here, I'm going to use the mini dimensionals just to put on the ends here, but they are a bit big, but you can cut them down. So put a big one in there, and just cut down a couple of the smaller mini dimensionals. It just gives the a little bit of support on the cardstock when you stick it down. I think just one more on the end. Cool. I'll just put that one a little bit behind there. Oh, trying to peel the back off and I've taken the dimension off. As I said, I'm all fingers and thumbs. Since having COVID, I get pins, needles and tingles in my hands. I've got sore feet. I suffer really badly from fatigue and insomnia, and a bit of brain fog as well. Forget the words for things. When I'm at work, I'm sometimes forgetting what I'm doing and get a bit easily distracted. But hopefully on the mend and be back to whatever normal is and fairly soon. Right, I think I'll put that there, so that's it there. Yeah, so it's just, so that's it. That's a very simple, quick and basic slimline card. I think it's simple, but I think quite elegant. Can't wait to see what everybody else has done for this month's video hop. So thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.